formerly Missy Bellander. She won the USBC Queens event in April for her first professional win. Three-time Team USA member and a former collegiate MVP. Great start for Missy and 900 Global.
And again, talking about positioning your players accordingly, great job there by Missy getting her team off to a red-hot start.
It's akin to a manager in baseball setting his lineup with the batting order. We want to get somebody on base. We want a good start. We want somebody to make things happen. Norm Duke always making things happen.
Good stop. Good stop. Why is that a stop? I like it.
Norm cutting a rug right there as we shift now to our Lumber Liquidators Know the Wood.
The 39-foot Tournament of Champions oil pattern. But what Team Storm and 900 Global must do, they need to take a page from Ebonite International, and that is to have their players break down this oil pattern to where it is an advantage for each and every player on the team.
Steve Jaros in the second spot for 900 Global. 7 Lumber Liquidator PBA Tour titles, the last coming in 2005. Great start for 900 Global.
There's a KG veteran and just so unassuming. Who would have thought this guy has made over $1.6 million in his career?
All right.
And speaking of unassuming, how about this guy?
Ryan Shafer, part of a team that bowled a 300 in doubles competition earlier this event. Everybody's dialed in early.
Oh, we talked about it in the Wood segment, Rob. Breaking the oil pattern down the correct way will lead to good scores.
Good scores early here in this one. The Geico PBA Team Shootout is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15%. Chicago, Illinois, ESPN's continuing coverage of the Geico PBA Team Shootout. This is the final show of our opening weekend's worth of coverage. We're back with you next Saturday and Sunday as well. Michael Haugen Jr. from Carefree, Arizona, representing 900 Global. In the third, nothing but strikes thus far. And that streak comes to an end as he leaves the 7.
Now you really need to keep your fingers crossed.
Good shot, too. We could have used a little help there on the swishing 7. Really good balance. The foul line comes into that swish zone there, and really unlucky leaving the 7 there.
All right.
Now up next for the first time in this event,
Put that down.
the Big Nasty, Wes Malott.
Where's he been? It's like a Bigfoot sighting.
Yeah, what a season he had, right? 2009 was the PBA Player of the Year. Had such a wonderful campaign, and since then, the productivity has diminished.
Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. Well, I'll tell you what, he's fun to watch as well. You know, he's in that Michael Fagan category, that Jason Belmonte. When they start to get it going, boy, they're a lot of fun to watch. PDW, all out of the same mold.
Brian Voss. Oof. That one leaked right on him and never
Ain't
got
that much of a
home.
power player. That was terrible. Super washout.
And I think
Super senior washout.
I think if this format hurts anybody, it's the older players. They have to sit for a very long time before they throw a shot. And,
all right,
and that looked like a stiff shot from Brian Voss.
The 52-year-old Brian Voss will be dialing your phone in the matter of hearing that comment. Oof.
Hank Boomershine, Randy Peterson here. Hey, first time we've seen Wes Malott since this competition started. Were there any concerns on your part? Obviously, you threw a beautiful strike there, but any concerns on him coming in?
Not at all, not at all. We know he's a great player. We know he likes to play left and he can open the lane up. So it was a, no big deal for us. We knew he was going to do a lot of striking.
Thanks, Hank.
Pete Weber in the 4th.
Yeah, baby, that's right. That's right. Come on, guys. Come on. Try your hand. Great shot. Great shot. Nice shot. Great hand down.
Robert Smith, somewhat of an interesting selection to be in the anchor position, did not bowl particularly well in the doubles portion of things earlier on in this competition. Apparently it was a wise decision.
Yeah, interesting, Robert Smith lets that one go, and then he says, hook. That's kind of like me looking at food and saying, eat. What a beautiful shot, the deep inside angle. This is why you put power and revolutions on a bowling ball. We call that 10 back, my friend.
Here's Jason Belmonte, the anchor for Team Storm Products. Oh, and Messenger came with a vengeance.
That was one of the fastest messengers I've ever seen. Dave Smart, besides hitting a couple of your players with a taser, which would be illegal, what do you do to get your team back into this?
I think we need to fire the coach for one. We need a little help in the coaching department, but, you know, we just got to calm down, stay out of the transition, and make good shots, and we'll be fine. We got some oil on this left lane now, so we'll be in good shape.
Thanks, Dave.
Here is Missy Parkin, the first woman to join the PBA when the organization opened its membership to females in '04. And Missy had a strike in the first, won't get the same result in the sixth.
Tell you what, she's held her own in this competition. What a nice shot right here, only to leave a solid 9. Switches to a spare ball, straight at it, no hook. That's the way you do it.
Parkin kicks that one out for the spare. Up now for Team Storm Products, Norm Duke, who won his 7th career major and 2nd U.S. Open when he claimed the 68th edition of the U.S. Open in February of this year in dramatic fashion over Mika Koivuniemi.
Wow.
3, 4, 6, 7.
Come on, pick it up. I'm going to give 2 at least. In fact, I may go for the 4-7 just to avoid the chop.
All right. Yeah.
I think he was ribbing Brian Voss here when Brian left a 5-count washout and only got 1.
You see Voss over his left shoulder watching intently. Norm takes the count. The lead drops to 31, but Team Storm still firmly in control. Time now for a quick tip with that man, Steve Jaros.
I'm here with Chicago native Steve Jaros, and he's going to share with us the best tip he's ever received.
One of the most important things in a bowling game is to make sure that your equipment fits properly. You start with, right at the beginning of the approach, right with your bowling ball. Make sure this grip is going to fit good and nice and solid in your hand. People's hands are going to change constantly throughout the game, especially the younger players. You're going to change constantly. Your clothes are going to fit different every year. Your bowling ball is going to fit different every year. And if it doesn't fit properly, you're not going to really have a good consistent release. So what I try to do is I try to make sure that your grip is going to go just a little bit past the edge of the finger holes. That way when you get your hand into the ball, you've got a nice tight grip there. You're not really going to use a lot of grip pressure. All the guys on tour, they keep a nice loose grip, a nice loose arm swing. That gives them all the power at the bottom to release. It looks effortless. That's one way you're going to be able to improve your game.